man, so the market is green today. We've got Bitcoin up 1.61%, Phantom up 1.4%, but I'm not falling for this, guys. We've seen this pattern before, and there is no clear sign that the market is recovered just yet. We're getting a little bit of a relief rally today, up from about 38,000 on Bitcoin. I think we touched just above 39,000, but we're sitting at the moment at 38,000. What am I doing in the market? What are the opportunities I'm seeing? What am I focused on right now? I'm going to cover all of that off. We're going to talk about Luna, we're going to talk about Solana, we're going to talk about Phantom and a few other coins. We're going to be going through the list. I'm going to be telling you exactly what I'm doing in this market. But the first and foremost thing is you need to sit back, hit up the like button. You need to subscribe. A lot of you are still not subscribed. And as always, these videos are brought to you by our very own course members. We've just jumped off of a course member live streams where I've shared my exact strategy with the course members, exactly what I'm doing. We've answered some of their questions. What are their concerns? What are their challenges? What are they thinking to do in the market? We had some really interesting questions, some of which we're going to cover off later in this video so you guys can get some of that knowledge too. So consider those course member live streams, ijaz.uk/member. But what have we got going here with Bitcoin? Because sitting here on Bitcoin today, you can see we're sat here at 38,800, and you can see it's a little bit of a relief rally. Yesterday was a really nasty day, throwing us all the way down to 37,700. So it's good to see us having a little bit of movement today. And what is helping us? Well, we already know, right? US markets are having a bit of a green day today. 0.6% up on the Dow, S&P up 0.75%, and the Nasdaq up 0.75%. Are you guys seeing the pattern yet? Oh, great stuff. And the reason why the stock market is up today is because Microsoft produced some decent earnings yesterday, okay? So remember I said this week is all about earnings. We've got earnings coming through, and the market is going to be a bit paranoid, moving up and down based on which company produces good earnings. So Netflix bad, market falls down. Microsoft good, market has a little bit of a rally. We still got Facebook to come. We still got Twitter to come. The market is going to keep adjusting to this. And the key thing that the market is trying to understand is, are we going to head into a global recession? And a lot of my course member lives were asking this question. It's a very good question to ask. And the question is, the markets don't know. Economists don't know. We're in a very crazy time, which is unprecedented with a unique set of circumstances. So nobody can tell you definitively, are we heading into a recession? But what we can do, and what we have to do, what investors have to do, is look for the clues. And the biggest clues that are coming out in the last few days are listening to companies' earnings, and more importantly, listening to the earnings calls to hear if consumer demand is slowing down. If it does, that's where markets are panicking, that's where they're selling off, and then therefore that's no bueno for crypto. Okay, so here on Bitcoin, what are the key levels we need to think about? We need to think about the pivot point, guys. You remember I've made this very clear. Where we're at right now is fine. It's still a higher low, right? As soon as you start falling below these pivot points, I could see Bitcoin starting to head towards 35 range at the bottom of this wedge, and thereafter we then have some more serious levels to look at. But first, let me zoom out. Okay, so I want to zoom out, and we want to look at the weekly chart, because the bit I just showed you there is this bit in here. Okay, so falling down to 35 would bring you down to these levels here. But that's perfectly fine. As if and when we fall below the low here, and our previous low was at 32,900, so just call it 33,000 for ease. If we fall below this 33,000, if we do something like this, that is not good. Okay, and at that point we have to reevaluate, because that is now a lower low. We've lost this slight uptrend to the upside. Okay, anything other than that, a turnaround before then or a turnaround now, even up to 34, that's perfectly fine. Okay, we can keep working. We've got our slight uptrend, and we can start working towards the top of the channel. So that's what I'm looking out for carefully on this daily chart here. I'm preparing myself for more pain. Okay, I'm expecting more pain in the market. I can't see where the catalyst is going to come for moves to the upside. I mean, we had news the other day that Fidelity, one of the biggest asset managers in the world, are to allow investors to put Bitcoin in their 401k accounts. Huge. In a bull market, this would have moved the market, but it's not going to. We had the Bitcoin Miami conference when Jack Mallers announced that he's integrating with Shopify, right? Would have moved the market. It's not right now. Small countries, again, like similar to the El Salvador situation, are accepting crypto. Not going to move the market. And it doesn't matter, because the market is risk off, because the market is expecting a global slowdown. So it doesn't matter what your little crypto is going to do, right? For them, crypto is just a small part of their portfolio, which is a bit of risk on. No different to tech stocks are. No different to how they have Tesla or another growth stock, right? That's just part of their portfolio. But for us, we know it's a bit different than that, right? We know the fundamentals are solid. We know over 64% of supply has not been active for over a year. People are hodling. We look at the liquid supply, which is blue, and it's moving higher and higher and higher. Okay, people are accumulating. Yes, the amber and the red ones, which are liquid and highly liquid, these are your traders. These are the ones that are moving the markets because they're going in and out based on their trades. When risk is on, they'll come into Bitcoin. When risk goes off, they sell their crypto. Very simple. So we understand how that's happening. Now, we also know that the interest rates are coming up on the 4th of May, okay? 4th of May is the next FOMC meeting, and I made this video, April 10th, guys. Go watch this video. Fed will crash crypto on this date, my Bitcoin strategy, my crypto strategy, right? Because I said on April 10th, and let's go back into the charts. Let's take a look at where we were on April the 10th. Let's do this together. Let's just get this cursor here. April the 10th was this day here, guys. Okay, April the 10th was this day, and on this day, we ran as high as 43,000. So we'll talk about 43,000 is up here on the day I recorded this video. And yet I was saying there's more downside. We're now $5,000 less than that. And by the way, a lot of people are excited. We just fell down from 48, we got rejected. A lot of people thinking we're going to bounce back up at this point. No, at this point, I knew we had lower price points, and I still am expecting lower price points lower than that. Right, so we're still at 38. I'm expecting up to 35 because I'm expecting more of a sell-off going into the Fed meeting. Yes, the market has priced in, pretty much 100% of the market is priced in a double rate hike, but I still think there's going to be fear, there's going to be some selling off, the opposite of buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what's going to happen. We're going to see that leading into the Fed meeting. So I made that very clear in that video, which is really important that you watch all these videos. I mean, look at that, 800 views, ludicrous. So we need to make sure we're watching that so we know what happens. I mean, my actually perfectly clear, and you can see that now coming out. We're getting that sell-off, we're getting that weakness in the market, and that is why, and we spoke about this in detail with course member lives, we need to have our cash on the sides. We need to be getting ready for these opportunities in the market. I mean, Bitcoin, you got another opportunity now at 38. You may get an opportunity at 35. And my view is, if these opportunities come at 35, 34, even up to 33, it's going to be quick. It's going to be flash. It's going to be a couple of hours maximum, a few 4-hourly candles or half a day is what we're going to see of those kind of lower prices. So you need your cash on the side, you need your limit orders set if you're trying to time the absolute bottom. Personally, I've already started nibbling. I made that clear to you guys. And if we use FANTOM as an example, but I'm doing this with all my favorite coins. If we switch over to the FANTOM chart, I will show you exactly how this has been played. You can see we bought here on this nibble here. We bought on this nibble here. So already at this point, you're already picking it up. So if I come on to the 4-hourly chart, just make it a little bit clearer so I can show you the bearish continuation pattern which we've been monitoring. You guys know that at this level here, at 103, 104, we were buying. At this point here, we were nibbling a bit more, and I nibbled some more, and we're nibbling some more at 98 cents now, okay? So this is how you do it in the market. You just nibble, because you don't know. Yes, this may fall down to our price target, which is at 90, if Bitcoin starts heading towards 33, 34, this can fall even lower than that, right? Because there's no obvious support here on FANTOM just yet. If I zoom out to the daily chart, you can see that this neckline, the reason this was so important at 96 was it's the neckline from our cup and handle pattern. This was the huge pattern we broke out from by the time we broke out, it was September of 2021, and we ran on a huge run. So this was fantastic. But now there's no clear support until you can argue there's one at 85, 88, 86 cents there. You can argue there's a bit more support coming in at 82. Then you got a little bit of 58, right? It really starts to get ugly around this point. We'd have to spend some time going back into the 2021 movement to see where our support lies. But this is not ideal here on FANTOM, right? So you need to be nibbling. You need to have your cash on the sides. If you've got conviction, then you need to be prepared to get yourself some cheap coins. And the reality is you need to have conviction because, I can harp on about this all day, but you're not going to buy if you don't have conviction. I'm going to show you this one more time because I've covered this in many videos, including, I'll try to link it up here, but it's called like the most important FANTOM video you're going to watch, where I do some financial modeling and I prove to you why FANTOM is so undervalued. And you can do this for any coin, but I'm looking at FANTOM here and you're sat at a 0.5% market cap to TVL ratio. So you're paying 0.5 times your TVL in market cap. Okay, that's crazy. Now, any other project in the top 10, look at the multiples. Look at Kronos, 2.6, Polygon, 2.2, Tron, 1.6, 5 here on Solana. 5, guys, crazy 5. Wonder why. Oh, VC backing. Ethereum, 3, Luna, 1, sensible. 5 on Binance Smart Chain, again, centralized, right? Avalanche, 1.8. So this is where we need to understand that if, very conservatively, you were to say, I mean, look, so let's use Ethereum's multiple, which is not as high as Binance. It's not as high as Solana at 5. Let's just use it 3 times. That would imply Phantom is 6x undervalued from here, which means any Phantom you're buying at 98 cents, just at this level is worth 6. Crazy. $6 on your Phantom there. Let's say, okay, not even that. We're not even going to get to Ethereum's level. Can we just have the valuation of Avalanche, which is a comparable project? I mean, 205 protocols to Phantom 218. Can we have the 2 times multiple? That would imply a 4x, right? So a $4 Phantom today. So however you want to cut and dice it, even if you took Terra's at 1x, it's still a double on your Phantom today to $2. However you want to cut and dice it, it's just hugely undervalued. So if you have conviction that these are the kind of projects you want to be looking out for, where you just see that the market is not giving them love. Everything else has had its hype cycle, right? Luna's had a hype cycle. Ethereum has had a hype cycle. Solana has had a hype cycle. But more importantly, these are even the suppressed prices, right? This is in the crypto winter. So you can imagine how these multiples start stretching themselves when Bitcoin's looking good and it's running towards all-time highs. So that's part of the conviction around a project like Phantom. But you guys have to do your research. Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 21, guys. What clue is this giving us? The clue is that we need to get to work. I make this clear. When we started getting to neutral, what did I say? I said I'm not touching it, right? When we were running here at 168, what did I say? You guys can see it's documented on the videos. I'm not buying here. I'm also not buying here. These are relief rallies. And we covered this again on our calls member live stream an hour ago. We do not buy in here. When the bears are in control, this in here is a relief rally. I made it clear we're making videos at this point. And do not fall for any of this rally. We're not buying now. Look at this. Green candle, green candle. These day after day we had green. People were foaming. Look at this huge day here. This day, singly on Phantom, I remember it. It took us from a low of 141 to 160. Can you imagine the FOMO that started coming in? All the way up to 168 on this candle. But no, I said we're heading to the downside. And it was at these points that I set the price target of 90 to 96 cents. Because the bears were in control. We can't be, yes, I'm Phantom, but I'm not selling any Phantom. I'm not sold Phantom. I'm buying more and buying more, but we need to be prepared for the pullbacks. We need to know when coins are going to pull back so we can get ready for the purchases. We can't be blind to just say, oh, we're going to FOMO in on the greens. Similarly with Luna, right? Let's take a look at Luna here. We made a video at 119 saying do not FOMO in at 119. Wait for the pullbacks. Let it come to trend. Start nibbling at trend at least around this level, right? 100 level. And then it falls lower. You get it all the way at the 0.618 Fibonacci level at $77. These are the pullbacks you want to be buying. Even if you're buying here, it's not that bad, right? $88 is far better than 119. And that's what we need to learn to do. And that's where this chart comes back into it, which is you've got to learn. And think of this chart for all your favorite coins. You need to buy when nobody wants those coins, right? Buy in the reds here. Extreme fear, extreme fear, extreme fear. Do not buy in the tops. The worst of investors are buying here because everybody's talking about crypto, all their friends, etc. They come in and they buy. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. This is when they hear about it. And then they sell here. Oh man, Bitcoin's horrible. It just goes down. It's been going down for months now, right? Forget them guys. We buy here and we let the run happen. We buy here and we let that run happen. That's what we need to do on our favorite coins. Whether it's Luna, whether it's Solana, hugely undervalued right now. Let's go take a look at Solana. 98 on Solana right now. This is a coin that ran to the peak at 257. I don't know if some of you were around, but the hype on Solana was unreal. Everybody was foaming in. Everybody was talking about it. Multi-billionaires were talking about it because obviously they were invested through their VC funds. And the hype was real around Solana, right? Look at Cardano. Cardano, 84 cents from highs of $3.16 roughly, okay? Hugely suppressed. We're talking 73, 74% down on a project like this. You have to ask yourself, fundamentally from this point to this point, I don't care what you think about the project in terms of emotionally, but fundamentally from this point here to where we're at now, has the project got better or worse? Because if the market with a certain set of, in a certain environment with a certain set of variables, felt confident to put ADA here with zero total value locked, no Alonzo smart contracts, no hard fork done at $3.16. And yet now it's at 84. So if we argue, if we can get these same set of conditions that made the market so bullish then, let's say the economy was doing great, Bitcoin was doing great, great adoption. If you can replicate those environments, do you not think that something like ADA is going to eclipse that $3.16? I'll leave you to answer that one, right? Then you want to look at all your other projects. Look at Avalanche, $70 right now, right? Then you want to look at things like Coti. We've not spoken about Coti for a huge while. 21 cents on your Coti. Coti, before they came the official issue of the JED token for the ADA network, was sitting at 66 cents. They're a third of the price now, despite becoming a far more important project, partnering with a top 10 project like ADA. Crazy. You look at things like Matic, right? Matic sitting at $1.20, again, off highs of $2.90. Something like Matic, a layer 2 solution, the best, the early adopter, the fast moving layer 2 chain. Ethereum 2.0 delayed again. It's probably going to get delayed again, guys. That's my feeling around it. How can you not be invested in the premier layer 2 solution on Ethereum? Something like Polkadot, again, ludicrous. A project that is now sitting at $16, just shy of $17, which at this point we ran all the way up to 54. So we're talking about a quarter of the price here on a project that since then has launched their parachains, successful auctions, great projects, great hype, loads of Polkadot locked behind each of those projects. How can you say the project hasn't developed? We know it's developed. That's the whole point. We know all of these coins that we're talking about today have developed, but the wider economy is suppressed. And that's my favorite type of suppression, is when the whole global economy is down, when everything is down across the board. I know I didn't pick wrong. When I would be worried is like everything else is booming, Bitcoin is running to 100K, and FANTOM is just stuck, or you know, Polkadot, Matic is just stuck. The coins I'm talking about are stuck. Then it's like, okay, these coins are, something's up. Fundamentally, we need to unwind, and we need to move across into other projects. So you can see that, guys, and we can sit here going for all of these, but the reality is, now is the time we need to be doing some work. If I had unlimited cash, which some of you may think I do, but I don't, I would continue to buy the dip all day long. I would not even be recording this video. But as it stands, I'm trying to accumulate as much cash as possible and keep buying the dip. There's so many bargains. I'm just sat here on my phone, order. And it's addictive because now, you know, don't order that new car, don't order that new, you know, furniture or anything else or holiday. Buy crypto because you're getting, you know, you're paying 30%, 25 to 30% of the price of all-time highs on some of your favorite coins. Okay, so you can buy 4 times what you would have to buy in the last bull market. So absolute no-brainer. Your money is going 3 to 4 times further. If you're just patient now, you're buying high conviction. If you have projects which you have no conviction in, guys, you cannot afford to be holding them. I've been saying that for months now. This is not the environment. 2022 is not the year. Maybe you had that in 2021 because everything was easy. But 2022 is not the year for you to be doing stuff in an inexperienced, haphazard way. We do not have time for small market cap projects which are risky, which you're going to panic sell because you have no conviction in. If you have a small market cap project which you believe in, you've got some information around it, you've really studied it, and you know something that the market doesn't, then give it a small part of your portfolio. That's fine. But we do not have time for loads of these projects. You need to be in high conviction plays, because what I'm trying to avoid you guys doing is panic selling. The only time you really fail is when you panic sell, and that's what we need to avoid. You need to be in projects that, you know, such as my conviction in, say, something like Bitcoin. If Bitcoin fell to $20,000 today, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to try to buy as much as I can. I'm going to be upset that I couldn't buy enough. And so you need to remind yourself and play that thought exercise through. Am I prepared on my favorite coins? What's going to happen? How am I going to react if FANTOM falls to 50 cents? Am I going to sell? Because the answer is, if you're going to sell FANTOM at 50 cents, why wouldn't you sell it now at 98? Save yourself the pain, right? Save yourself the pain. But the reality is, people don't do that. They get emotional, they become irrational, and that's how they get wrecked. Really important we avoid that. Hope you guys took that away from this video. If you appreciate this blend, technicals and fundamentals all wrapped up in one video with a bit of therapy session as well. Smash up the likes and subscribe. Don't forget to support this channel by checking out the Discord server. Pin comment below to head into Discord, meet our community, and that's also the way you can sign up to our course member live streams, ijaz.uk/member. If you like these types of videos, we do more in-depth videos directly with what I'm doing in the market in real time when it matters with our course members 3 times a week. Tokenomics, technical analysis, fundamentals, what I'm doing in the market, macroeconomics, and a whole lot more. Guys, as always, don't forget to watch the video, which I'm going to link up at the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.